I'm JonathanTeeters, board member here at INLC. How I found my way here? Well, my wife and I relocated to the Spokane area. I loved this area when I came here originally and played football and learned to hunt and everything else, and kind of fell in love with the area. Came back and knew that I wanted to get involved with some sort of environmental activity, and I looked around and really started to see that all of the organizations that I knew or that did work kind of needed a little bit of work. And when I came across the Glen Tana project, actually, and I dug deeper and really figured out kind of what was behind it and how complex it really was, I knew that INLC was a sort of organization that was working at the level I wanted to really contribute my time at and my resources and everything else. And so for me, I reached out, and first, I think actually I also first saw the Glen Tana project. I'm on the board of Hunters of Color, which is an organization that tries to get people of color out hunting on public landscapes predominantly. And I wanted to see if there was any chance that the Glen Tana property, being a really large urban property, could be utilized to help bring hunters of color, in this area into opportunities close to home. Turns out that that's not going to work out because they're working with Washington State Parks to turn it into a state park, and we're working with the tribe and a bunch of other things. But that's kind of how it started. I approached them and said, "Hey, I'm with this other organization. Let's work together." And from there, I said, "Well, if I can't do that, then how else can I really work with you?" And the opportunity to join the board came up, and kind of went from there. I would say that our region has seen explosive growth, like a lot of places around the country, the last few years. And we can look to a lot of places to see what happens if we don't think ahead and really find ways that we can keep some of the essence of what we know goes the fastest if we don't plan for growth, plan for how we want to live, plan for what we want around us, and what we love most about this area that we would never want to see go away. It's too late when it's done, right? And you're surrounded by ticky-tacky houses and things. I think one of the great things about INLC and the work that they're doing is that they're really working with partners and working aggressively with local landowners and whatnot to find creative ways to create connected landscapes and the sort of habitat that we're going to need for wildlife and everything, 7 generations from now, but also opportunities for people to access those properties and to make them, part of our public-private interface. So I think it's really, that's a heavy lift, and it's hard to do across different cities and towns and counties and tribal entities and things, but I think INLC, has the right intent and really the chops to get it done, and they've been doing it, and I think, the world is our oyster, kind of. Before we knew that we were going to have a child, I, had all these things I wish I could do and I would like to do with my child, regardless if it was boy or girl. And when I found out that I was having a son, immediately I went into the sort of start planning now mode. And I think, that really it reinforced a lot of the reasons why I live here and why I do the work that I do, is because I want to create a space where I will be able to take him huckleberry picking up on Mount Spokane, where I'll be able to take him fly fishing with me down on the Spokane River and have those sorts of experiences that most people don't get and that I'm enjoying now and are keeping me here and really keeping me excited to live here and really help, conserve what's still here.